See, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was waiting for the shit to hit the fan. But with Livonia, they keep opening their mouth saying something. Cause I wasn't interested yet. Let me tell you, y'all want girl. You want girl. Y'all want the gossip. Like my supervisor at the Western Book Cadillac Artist. Ooh, ooh. You want the gossip? Want the gossip? Want the gossip? Ooh. Okay, let me tell y'all, girl, bye. Let me tell y'all what they did. Cause I'm letting them get prepared because they all tapping in and shit. I can hear cheers sliding and shit on the floor. Girl, motherfuckers putting their shit, plugging their phone back. Oops, they were just about to leave. He about to tell the Livonia story with the Livonia police. Like, I heard it before, not this one. Not this one. You heard about the one when they came in the house. But before that, it was some shit with the Bureau. They had, listen, y'all, they moved some officers. I don't know where they, I guess the funny thing, this funny, I'm laughing because they hired him. I don't know if they hired him as a Livonia police officer or he was already a Livonia police officer. They moved him next door to, my house. From my take is that he was a military person who came from the military. That's who I think stole my dad's veteran flag. I think is him. But I was trying to wait, y'all. And it was another Mark Furman from Los Angeles. They get it when I say Mark Furman. Because he was a California something, LAPD something. He come from California. He drove a Dodge, whatever, from California to you might as well say Redford because we stayed off Inkster right across the street. The yellow line, the yellow line in the middle. Across the yellow line is Redford. So this side is Livonia. We stayed off Inkster Road, and then that side is Redford. So he drove all the way a fucking Dodge. Give a fuck what kind of Dodge it was. He drove a Dodge from California. Bum ass. So listen, and he left it here. No, he didn't drive it back. He just, that's why y'all seen the little Hispanic dude, Yusuf, or whatever, that's his name. That's why y'all seen him driving it. He had no, Yusuf ain't got no two cars, they bums. That was the white guy's car. The one they said I spit on. No, it's not Yusuf, so they try to disguise this shit. That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all about to love this shit. This story. So, I was trimming the bushes on the side of the house. Along the side of the house, right? Like that bush right there. We had a window right there on the side. And you can't see out because of the bushes. So I was trimming the bushes so I could see. Well, the white guy, whatever he is, LAPD, whatever he is, he got out, he parked his car behind me, which is their yard. So, and where I got that, you see that yellow truck, that blue truck, that Jeep that got facing our window. I took a picture and it looked like a Jeep just got, like, why would they park their Jeep like that? They was fucking with me. Well, they had, and this is another resident. This is not even the same person. They moved him out and they moved this new person in. And and he was black, and he had his car parked. They told him to park his car like that. You know, some connection with the police. Really horrible people. They can get real evil and ugly when they want to. So, but before it, the black guy with the blue Jeep moved in there. The Yusuf motherfucker, Hispanic guy, which I never spoke to. I stayed, you know how I do while I'm out here in the suburbs. I stayed to myself because I done already got burned enough with them lying, so I just don't talk to them because I know they ain't shit when they trying to do something. They just don't give a fuck. They don't got no dignity. They just do whatever they want to do. And that's the police and Caucasian people when they work together. Am I right? When y'all stay together, y'all don't give a fuck, do y'all? So, you know, and then those who join in, you can pay them to do any goddamn thing, right? So Yusuf was part of it. But the white guy came from behind me. He went and instead of going on the driver's side, he came on the passenger side where I was on to his right, you know, of the car. So I was using some power tools. You see here, I got a bunch of Ryobo, whatever you call this, Ryobo shit, lawnmowers and shit. You know, I got, you know, all this electric shit. You just use the battery for it. You can be cordless with this shit. So I was using a saw that I had. It was a hand. I mean, what kind of saw is that? I don't know the name of the saw, but it's a saw with the shield on it. The rotary saw with the shield over it. They got the guard on, so you can't cut shit. You have to use the guard to even get to the blade, right? So I was using it to cut the branches because that's all I had. Like, why would you use that? Because I didn't have nothing else. So I had to use, sometimes niggas got to use what they got. That's why they say nigga rig. So I was using that to cut the branches. It was working. So he came on that side, which I had no words with him or the other guy. I had no idea that there was even any tension between us at that time. I didn't know nothing. But when he walked behind me with that big ass, dirty, hairy, long ass gun, it's a handgun that looked like a rifle, looked like an old musket handgun. And it, you know, it did something to me because I knew he was trying to scare me with it. Well, my back was turned. And I took offense to it. And I said, damn, you know, you gonna do that? He said, I got a license for what they got to do. I don't need to know nothing about it. Why is you scaring me with it? Why is you trying to, you know, scare me? It's broad daylight. Why are you trying to hurt? You could have took it on. You can. It's just ways that he could have been discreet with it. He didn't stay there. He had just became, I guess, a visitor about a month, 2 months ago. He just, like I said, the other guy, Yusuf, the little Hispanic guy with the little other Z28 ass, Z25, Z something little car, whatever that fuck that little shit is. He lived there with his girlfriend at one time. She was a nurse, and I heard them going at it one night. Police came. She said that he had put his hands on her, and it makes sense now. The reason why they didn't do nothing when she said, because I heard her say he put his hands on her and she wanted to have him arrested. So, you know, I thought maybe he was just a soldier because when the district attorney, the prosecutor, whoever he was, when came to speak to me after they had me in custody, he said, yeah, don't mess with them. Those guys are soldiers. They from for the military and it's wise for you not to bother with them. I was like, I'm not. He had the gun on me, on my own property. But what I did, I got so mad, I went up to his car window and spit on it. Bitch. And that was wrong. I know y'all say that's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. That was wrong. But I was pissed off because he could have took my life with that gun. And for him to even play with me like that was offensive. So, you know, I'm a nigga from Detroit. So that made me feel better to spit on his window. So I spit on his car window. And he seen it. They called the police. They locked me up. I talked about the shit. They had me sitting in the driveway, and the Livonia police in my own driveway because they put me in handcuffs. Did you do this? Yeah, I did. What the fuck I did? Yeah, I did whatever. They put me in handcuffs. I sat in the car for about 30 minutes in the driveway. They turned the fucking air conditioner off. It's hot as hell outside. I told you I was doing lawn work. So that's how I know that's a police officer. But like about a year and some time later, Yusuf came driving down Inkster Road in the Livonia police car, and he was driving that bitch. And I said, "Ooh, I knew it. I knew it was something." And I don't know if he was a Livonia police officer before this incident or after. But the point is, my wife works for the Bureau. That house and the house that I was in, both those houses are owned by somebody that works at the Bureau. It's in their name. So all of this shit was a setup. All of the whole fucking thing was a setup by the Bureau. Detroit, downtown, Washington, and Fort Street, right there. 221 building. All the Justice Department, all this shit was all a setup, the whole fucking thing. But I was wrong for spitting on the window. That's right. But by law, it was some things that were supposed to have been done that they just disregarded the law. One, the car that I spit on, he never came to court, so therefore, no due processes. They used Yusuf, the other motherfucker, the motherfucker that lived there, because I don't know all the way because I can't even say that because I don't know why the fuck they use Yusuf instead of the white guy who car I spit on, the one with the gun. They just lied and said it was Yusuf. Maybe he was like, I don't want to be a part of it. Whatever the fuck he was, he left the silver car there and he went back to California, I suppose. But he left the car there. The car sat there for about 3 months, 2 months. Then Yusuf started driving it all of a sudden. And I knew then, I said, okay, they trying to disguise it for y'all. Yep, because they know I know because I lived there in the house. And I've been watching. I can't help but see the car sit there for 3 months, 2 months. Nobody driving, and the white guy that pulled the gun on me, he ain't nowhere around. And then all of a sudden, Yusuf started driving it. When he started driving it, I knew then they was trying to, which is Livonia Police Department, Livonia Court, and Yusuf, and the white guy was trying to deceive y'all. I don't know who y'all is, but obviously y'all start asking questions and investigating what was going on, even though none of you motherfuckers called me and asked me. None of you detectives from Lansing, from Detroit, from Livonia, not one of you called me to ask me shit. However, you're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today. So, the court, they hold me in jail. Where was I? Wayne County? Where they hold me at? Shit, I can't remember. I don't know. Shit. What's that? One jail over there? Dickinson, one of them. I just put my head down and go to sleep. I don't pay no attention to none of you motherfuckers because I know y'all wrong. So I just talk to God in the Bible. And so whatever the fuck happened, really, I have to revisit it. But I don't really put that on my frontal lobe as information that I want to keep, because I try to be as far as the situation that y'all put me in as I possibly can. So I read and go into another place somewhere none of you motherfuckers can go. So with that being said, I don't know exactly where they had me at right now. But once I came to Livonia, because they brought me back to be arraigned for the shit, and which I should have just gone and fought it, but my education and understanding of the law, because we still learning on some of the tricky shit that you motherfuckers doing when it comes to the justice and the courts. We still learning that y'all coming up with weird and crazy different shit. So at first I said, from the beginning, I said, of course I'm not gonna plead. I'm gonna fight this shit. Let's go on and fight it. So once I got to court, once they brought me, set me in the holding cells in the back, and I came out with my clothes on and shit. You know, I changed from out of their jail clothes, and I got my own clothes on and shit. They know I ain't gonna want to take that shit back off and go back to the county jail where they holding me at in Detroit. So they came, you know, I walked into the courtroom. Listen, y'all, the courtroom was absolutely empty except Yusuf was in there, which is the next door neighbor. The motherfucker that said I spit on his car, he wasn't there. The guy that they said I did something to, which is the accuser, right? Which is the due process. They just said fuck that. They coming up with their own shit. This Livonia, Michigan, 35th District Court. I goes into court, Yusuf in there with some black woman. So they trying to make sure it don't look like it's a racist issue. You know, they have a black woman on his side instead of a white person, because if it had been a white person, then it would have been definitely seen in the future as being racist, which it was already is, but you know how they just pay niggas to do shit nowadays. So it won't look racist. So, and some black woman, I'm looking at her like, oh, talk to you later, boo-boo. And Yusuf. Then my wife, and she got me some, well, I don't know if it's she did it. I don't know how they did it. But I got a court-appointed attorney somehow, right? A brother. Anyway, so, and the courtroom is empty. There's no one sitting inside of the pillars inside of the courtroom. Nowhere. Absolutely empty. Which is another constitutional violation, because the public deserve to hear it, because it keeps everybody and everything on the up and up and fair. Which I knew then. When I walked in and seen that, I said, oh, I won this bitch. It's over. I knew it. I may not win this particular moment, but in the future, when I revisit this bitch, all the information gonna be presented. Which is, ain't nobody in the court. What the fuck do you have to do to make sure a courtroom is absolutely empty when a motherfucker come from the back? And all that shit was coming to my thought process as I walked over to the bench and they asked me what I plead. And the point of this story is that I pled no contest to the allocations, right? These motherfuckers went into the system and put in that I pled guilty, which is another fucking felony on 35th District Court. Not only that they put in there that I pled guilty, they also charged me and put it in the system that I'm a felon because of that spit. Because I spit it on the car, they lied and said that I pled guilty to a felony, which, I told them I'll plead no contest because if you know me, I went to law school. I'm fighting every goddamn thing. I'm not, especially any of these racist son of a bitches allocations. This is what I'm here for, to fight y'all. I'm not gonna run from you bitches. And I damn sure ain't gonna plead guilty, cause only thing you can do is send me back to the hood where I grew up from in Detroit. Which is another story, ain't that right? Canton, Michigan, and Livonia, Michigan, and Redford, Michigan. When y'all sending me and other motherfuckers out to other counties, so Wayne County don't even get the shit because niggas gonna read the reports and can see through the shit by even just reading the shit. That's another story for another motherfucking time, right? That's right. Y'all motherfuckers get the fuck out the way. That's right. Shut the fuck up. So again, I pled no contest. No contest. I didn't plead guilty. But they put it in the system that I pled guilty and that it was a felony. And if you know, goddamn, before I get a felony for pleading guilty, I'm gonna take it to trial and let a jury come in that bitch. So and make the decision for themselves. So Livonia, Michigan knew that shit. Instead, since they so white and think they so better than everybody else and smarter than everybody else, they just gone and said he pled guilty. Like I'm just gonna disregard my motherfucking legal constitutional rights to fight a case in which I was assaulted with the weapon. I'm the victim. I'm the one that was victimized. And instead, they just made it look like I was the terrorist and they charged me with a felony. And it's on my record right now. Right now, if you pull up my name, you will see that I got a felony from Redford, Michigan, and they refuse to allow me due process to even fight the case. That's against the fucking law right there. So again, Livonia, please shut the fuck up talking about me before this shit hit the fan, because it's coming. Just turn the other way. Act like you don't even fucking see me. That'd be the wiser thing to do instead of talking. Because when you talking, you gonna anger me, bitch. I'll holler.